So the definition of career transition, the first definition, I'm sharing a technical definition with you first of all. Okay. One definition is career transition is the process of finding and moving into a new career. Process of finding and moving into a new career. And this is a definition I picked up from the net. So I'm just sharing what I've got from the net when I did a research on this topic. The another definition is this. A career transition is a lifestyle redesign that often entails rethinking how you want to feel at the end of the day, how you want to spend your time, and how this relates to your long-term goals. How it relates to your long-term goals. This is the technical definition, two definitions I've shared with you. And then when I was doing a bit more research on this topic, I found a very nice video, because when I read this definition, I said, there is something much deeper, much deeper, which is not being explained in this these two definitions. Definition, according to me, is this. My definition is it's a move. It's a move to claim your unlived life. It's a move. It's a step. It's a shift to claim. You have to claim your unlived life. Otherwise, when you'll be at 80, you'll be regretting that. I hope you got the message. It's not career transition. It's not just moving your career from one to another. It is actually you have a life which is unlived. And please, let's not die with this unlived life and have that regret later on. Career transition is for whom? Kiske liye hai bhai? Who? It is meant for whom? So number one, career transition is for those, if you are not happy and not enjoying what you're working on, you're not happy and not enjoying what you're working on. And I'll give you some examples because most of the people are corporate professionals. I'll share this. Now, maybe you have a team. Maybe you are managing a team of 50, 100, 200 people or 500 people. And every day there is what I call as kitch pitch. Okay, kitch pitch. There is a fight happening between two team members. Somebody has not come. Somebody has argued with the client. There is issues happening, and you're resolving those transactional small issues. And you don't like that. You get fed up doing that. Or you are a leader. You're a leader and maybe heading a department or a business unit. Then you are doing something, what we call in technical term is called stakeholder management. Stakeholder management. You're working with people abroad, in other countries, in other locations. You have a boss coming up who's overseas. Maybe a new person joins in another country or in India. And then you build rapport relationship with them every time. And you get kind of fed up. What am I doing? And you spend your long hours. You have your laptop. You have laptop open in your bed, your laptop open in your kitchen, in the dining room, dressing room, in the car, everywhere laptop is on. You're working. And then you go to a party, then your AirPods are on, headset is on, and you are taking calls. You're going to the car to take your global calls which are happening. You say, what the hell is happening? I'm not leveraging my skill. I want my own pace. I want my own space so that I can, go forward in my life. So that is one type of thing. Career transition is meant for such people. Or you have a skill and a potential that you feel is untapped. Now you have a skill and potential that is untapped. It could be, for example, you may be this happens quite often, by the way. You may be a left brain person. You're a more logical person. Maybe a financial, maybe a chartered accountant, maybe an engineer, maybe a finance accountant, anything like that. It's a more left brain work which happens. But internally, you are actually right brain. You are more creative. You like art, you like music, you like storytelling. You want to be a musician. You love design. And you realize that what I'm doing is not my inner calling. And that gives you this part that I have a skill and potential that is not being tapped. Number 3, you realize that you do not like your profession anymore. Very interesting. It happens quite often. You may have become a doctor or engineer or chartered accountant or something because of your parents, friends, peers told you, and you took that profession. And then you realize after 5-10 years that, oh my God, I made a mistake. I'm in the wrong profession. I cannot change it now. And you're stuck. You feel stuck, that you cannot change your profession. But I'll tell you this. It happens. I know some people who were doctors and they have changed into something else. I know there's a doctor who was a gynecologist working in UK, and she left her job as a gynecologist in UK. Her name is Dr. Saloni, and she sits from my office also, Clarity Hive. And she left that and started coaching. She's become a parental coach. I know there's somebody called Dr. Ritesh Malik. Some of you may know him. He's a medical doctor, but he's also left his profession and started co-working space called Innovate. And he sold that to Oyo about a few years back. And now he's invested into Palaksha University, he's invested into Ashoka University, and moved his career transition. Uma, who's on the call, right? Uma has transitioned from being a corporate professional to start this platform. There are people who have moved out from their current profession and started something else. Number 4, you have a dream to become someone, but it does not look possible. It does not look possible. And I'll give you an example of this. So there was somebody I was coaching, and he said, Amit, I want to create an old age home. I want to create an old age home and help old age people to find a nice place to live in. And but currently, what he was doing was he was in middle management role in a bank, and not a very high salary that he was getting. Not doing that well. He was having a struggle of making his living as well. But his aspiration, his dream was to start an old age home. How will that happen? Right? It looks totally impossible. So its career transition is meant for such people. It's also meant for those who are evaluating what to do after retirement. You may be 57, 58, touching, and you know in a couple of years or 1-2 years, you will be retiring. You'll have all the knowledge, the experience, the network, the power, everything with you. And also time. You'll have time, but you don't know what to do with it. It could be some people who are from the government, there could be somebody from defense who are retiring. They have so much of knowledge. They can bring so much value to the world, but they don't know what to do with it. So career transition is meant for them. The last is you have time to spare for passive earning, but don't know how, right? It could be that maybe you are in a government job or some other job where those maybe out of 7 days, 3 days, you have time and you can earn something from your talent and experience that you have, but you don't know how to do that. So career transition is meant for such people.